7 months later, and after 8 hard-fought championship rounds covering the length and breadth of the British Isles, the Eastern Airways British F1 Sidecar Championship finds itself back here where it all began at Brands Hatch. We're here for the 9th and final round of the series, and what a series it's been. The previous round at Silverstone really set this weekend up as a fantastic cliffhanger. It might have been the final round, but the organisers were not letting anyone get away with bending the rules, and Tim Reeves and Ashley Hawes fell foul of the regulations by tinkering with the bike after the 3-minute warning. That gave them a major problem, as you will see. The race, though, late in the day got underway on the full Silverstone Grand Prix circuit, and what a race it was. Reeves and Steinhausen, obviously the fastest men, first and second in the world, and you would expect them to have delivered, but they were given a hard time by the rest of the chasing pack. Number 77, Tim Reeves, incurred a ride-through penalty for his start line infringement. That would be served later in the race, and obviously gave him absolutely no chance of the win. Through the pit lane then went Tim Reeves, rejoining well down the order. Sean Hegarty and Callum Lawson had a ding-dong battle with title challenger Scott Lorry. Meanwhile, the series leaders, Roger Lovelock and Rick Lawrence, stayed ahead of them, and that's really what they intended to do throughout the race. Steinhausen was way out in front once Reeves had served his time penalty, and it was a podium for Sean Hegarty. Runners-up, Lovelock and Lawrence. But your race winners in race 1, Steinhausen and Clues, looked fantastic. Race 2 then, Reeves started from much further down the order, having finished 6th in the first outing, but he was very quickly up with the leaders and made his intentions very clear. Struggled, though, to find a way past Hegarty and indeed Scott Lorry. Meanwhile, Roger Lovelock and Rick Lawrence piling on the points. They wanted to go into Brands with a handsome lead because double points were at stake in the final round. Sean Hegarty, the revelation of the 2012 season, desperate to improve on his 3rd place in race 1, moved ahead of Lovelock and Lawrence, but very quickly succumbed to a charging Tim Reeves, making up lost time from 6th place on the grid. Then a fantastic scrap between these two ensued to the end of the race, and they were absolutely at it, hammer and tongs. Meanwhile, heading for a double win, Steinhausen and Clues flawless to the end. The battle for second, though, was a light. Jörg Steinhausen hitting form when it matters most, with one more round and double points at stake when it comes to Brands Hatch. Everyone who matters is in the top 6, with Steinhausen there in 6th place. Ahead of him, Hegarty, Reeves up to 4th, Holland, Lorry and Lovelock. That's the battle for the championship. Fantastic season by Gary Horspool. John Clark still suffering, still a little bit poorly. We want him well for 2013. Chaplow, Ben Bygrave and Gary Smith has had flashes of inspiration. The Birchall boys, they only did 1 round, so they're well down there on 40 points. Roger Body and Carl Schofield, series organiser there, he's got a handful of points as well. Roger Lovelock and Rick Lawrence might look as though they've got a really healthy lead from Scott Lorry and James Neath, but I'm going to tell you, there are double points up for grabs in this final round. 2 races, 50 points each race, so this is still very much game on. And what better venue for the showdown in this F1 Sidecar Championship than the Grand Prix circuit here at Brands. Let's have a look at the flowing yet very intricate and technical Brands Hatch GP circuit. Over the line to start the lap, and what an intimidating bend Paddock Hill Bend is. It's blind on the approach, it drops away. 4th, sometimes 5th gear here. Definitely hooking 5th at this point on the run up towards Druids. Right back to 2nd gear around Druids. The front tending to push away if you get too much power on. The adverse camber of the reworked in recent years Graham Hill Bend, and then along the Cooper Straight. The original part of the circuit we're on now, going back all those years to the pre-war days. Surtees, left-hander Surtees, third gear, and then away up towards Pilgrim's Drop, 6th gear, ducking down under the bridge. We're at Pilgrim's Drop now. Very undulating, the Brands Hatch GP circuit. Hawthorne Bend taken in 5th. Hooking 6th, short shifting momentarily. Back again at Westfield. 5th gear at Westfield. Driving down through Dingle Dell. Just look at the terrain. Very picturesque. Wonderful, wonderful part of the circuit out the back here. Round Sheen Curve. Now the left-hander of Stirling's. The big gravel trap runoff there. Ahead of us, the bridge. Heading towards Clearways. This is 4th gear under the bridge, holding 4th into Clearways, adverse camber. Ahead of you, the Falston Centre. All those people craning their necks over the fence to see you complete the lap, and what a lap it is. As I said, this championship title is now up for grabs by either one of 2 crews. Scott Lorry and James Neave, this is their very pretty number 72 fairing. They've had 3 wins this season. Right down the other end of the pits, Roger Lovelock and Rick Lawrence, they've had 4 wins. I don't think it's any coincidence they're right down the other end. There's a lot of tension between these 2 crews, as you can imagine. This is the final round, a huge amount to play for. Just 42 points the gap, with 100 points on the table to win here at round 9. We're going to catch up with these guys and have a chat and see what's going through them. Qualifying's coming up, and a good start position is going to be vital. Let's see how they're feeling. Roger Lovelock, Rick Lawrence, I don't have to emphasise, and you know full well how much this means to you. Race coming up, championship within your grasp, but it's not there yet.
No, it's not. We got a tough call for us at the moment, but all we got to do is remain safe, bring the points in, as I've always said all along. Just keep in front of Scott. He's the only challenge for us, and yeah, just bring it home safe again.
Are you feeling any pressure, Rick, at the moment, or you're always light-hearted, you're always fooling around? Is it beginning to get to you?
There's always a bit of pressure out there. I mean, this is it, isn't it? This is the weekend. We can't look at, oh, we could get it back next weekend. This is it. Today is the day. So we'll take what we take. It's still a long way to go, as I've said always. There's a lot of people out there that can do a good race. There's a lot of people that can get involved in it, even they want to get involved in it. There's people out there that want to prove stuff. We're in front of a big crowd. We just have to take the first race as it is. I mean, you know, we've been here before. We've had situations that have overcome it before, so just clearly go out and do what we can do.
Roger, what message are you going to be getting on your pit board?
That's for us to know, for you guys to find out. But no, it's just the usual stuff. I think we'll be being notified of where Scott is. He's our most important threat here. As long as I know where he is, you know, just play safe out there and just bring it home.
Well, go and get your race faces on. Good luck, guys. I'll see you on the grid.
Nice.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Mate.
Scott Lorry, James Neave. Scott, I never thought I'd refer to you as an underdog, but the hard facts are this weekend you are the underdog. Only one of 2 crews can win the championship. Pressure?
No pressure at all. We're going to win. Simple.
You've got a big team of followers here. You've got a big contingent from north of the border. You, of course, are from Lincoln. You've got some fans here as well, James?
Yeah, definitely. A couple of friends here, my girlfriend, mum and dad, so it's quite a few of us here this weekend.
It's a hot field, Scott, and there are other people out there wanting to win the race, but you've got to obviously score as many points as you can. Have you got a strategy?
Hell for leather for the start. That's our strategy. Go for gold.
Man, a few words. You do your talking on the tarmac.
That's the one, yeah. Man, a few words.
This is a very big weekend, the final round of the championship, particularly for the contingent from north of the border, because as we've said, Scott Lorry is in with a mathematical and a very real chance of winning the title. I'm with Ronald Graham, who's been Scott's personal sponsor for a number of years. You've brought quite an army down from up north this weekend.
Yes, we have. Hopefully this weekend we're going to actually win the championship. We're 24 points behind, and hopefully we can do it. We've got 2 races today, double points, so I know it's maybe a tall ask, but we're all down to try and support Scott to hopefully win the title.
Tell us about your involvement with Scott Lorry. How far back does that go?
Well, it goes back, Scott and I have been friends for possible 15, 18 years now. And when Scott got involved in sidecars, says, well, we'll help along. We will try and help you to to promote you and to be the best you can be. Now, it's been 6 years in the doing. We've come a long way in 6 years. We're now, hopefully tomorrow, or today should I say, going to win the British Championship. If not this year, hopefully next year. So we're working towards it. We're actually getting there.
Well, it's great to see you here, and it's good to see the ladies and everybody supporting the event. Tonight, whatever happens, could be party night.
It could be party tonight. If we win, well, it'll be party night anyway, Barry. We're here to enjoy ourselves. Hopefully we win today, and that's why we're here. That's a penultimate event. But anyway, regardless of that, we may have a little drink or two. I actually don't drink, but this weekend we're going to have a little drink to hopefully celebrate our win tonight.
Brilliant. Thanks for coming.
No problem. Thank you, Barry. Thank you.
Tim Reeves, Ashley Hall's pole position yet again. Good time, inside the lap record, I reckon.
Yeah, it's good. It wasn't a perfect lap, either. I thought I made a couple of silly mistakes. I think we could nick into a 29 if we have to, so I'm pretty chuffed, really. Yeah, bike feels absolutely mint. It's nice to be back at home anyway. It's nice to be at Brands Hatch, and it's where I only live up the road, and yeah, I do enjoy the place, so hopefully we can put on a good show. What
a cracking season you've had, young man. Enjoyed it?
Oh yeah, I couldn't have asked for more, to be honest. It's nice to get a offer from Tim, obviously, and hopefully do it again next year. It has been an absolutely superb season, to be honest.
4th place in the championship. You can't win it on mathematics alone, but you can give them a good run for their money, can't you?
Yeah, as long as we have a good race and put on a good show, that's the main thing. And it's nice to be back at home with the World Championship under our belt, and hopefully we can just put on a good show and enjoy riding my bike. And it's working well today, and hopefully we can have a good crack at it tomorrow. Yeah.
Been unbeatable this year. Well done.
Thanks very much. Enjoy that.
Thank you.
1:30.461 Tim Reeves pole position time. Absolutely phenomenal. Alongside him, Steinhausen, Hegarty and Lovelock there on row 2. Scott Laurie alongside Andy Peach on row 3. Row 4, Bygrave and Ricky Stevens. What a cracking qualifying. He's had 1:32.451. Reuter Holt behind him. Then moving down, Kershaw. He's going well alongside Gary Horsepole. They've been neck and neck all season. John Holt and Andy Winkle there right behind them. A new name there, Rupert Archer. Hi. It always seems to be late in the day when I'm doing these things. I tell you, this is the wrong time of the year to have a grade 1 haircut. But we're going to take a short break. We'll be on the grid for race 1. Promises to be fantastic. The big showdown, the championship will be won here at Brands this weekend. Join me after the break. Well, this is it. After 8 long rounds, this is what it comes down to. I'm on row 3 for the first race here at Brands Hatch. The title could be decided in the first race. Scott Laurie, arch rival over there, Roger Lovelock. But Scott Laurie here on row 3. He needs to keep Roger Lovelock in sight. Sean Hegarty, you can rest assured he's going to be running at the front. 3rd fastest qualifier, championship leaders, Roger Lovelock and Rick Lawrence. They know they've got to keep that man behind them, whatever it takes. Moving through to the front row, well, these guys, world championship contenders, 1st and 2nd in the world. Jörg Steinhausen, 2nd fastest here on the BMW. 4 times world champion, Tim Reeves. It's his local track. He flies here. He was so quick. He's got pole position, but it's about those guys on row 2 and row 3. 10 laps, what a prospect. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls at home, hold on to your hats, hold on to your armchairs. This is going to be one heck of a race, is the only word I can use. They're building up, then watch the red flag. That will move away, then all the focus will be on the lights. Look how long the passengers leave it before they climb aboard. Now, are the nerves going to crack with Lawrence and Lovelock there, 49? What about Scott Laurie moving out to the middle? The lights change, away they go. Tim Reeves and Steinhausen, neck and neck, into Paddock Hill Bend for the first time. Everyone's safely round. Oh, they're not all safely round. Somebody's spinning. That's Mark Edwards. Mark Edwards and Ian Drown are coming together. The Kawasaki rider spun it. Goodness me, he was lucky. Let's have a look. Into the path of the traffic, and everyone save Ian Drown missed him. Mark Edwards and Lee Barrett were very, very lucky indeed. Meanwhile, the race goes on. It's too early to have a red flag at the first turn. We're away. Tim Reeves leads on home ground here. Away goes Reeves, Steinhausen with him. Then it's Hegarty and Lawson. We thought it might shape up like this. Championship leaders, Lovelock and Lawrence. Where is Scott Laurie? There is Scott Laurie, some 3 places behind. That is no good, Scott. You need to keep the green machine firmly in your sights. 4th, Lovelock and Lawrence. 5th, Andy Peach. Ben Holland, Lee Watson, 6th. Then it's Ricky Stevens and Ryan Charlwood, the number 100. What a season, the second half of the season this young man has had. On board then with the series lead. Oh, a hand in the air, a hand in the air. What is that? That is Greg Clues on the BMW, riding with Steinhausen. Has the Frenchman signalled prematurely? They seem to be going now. What was that all about? Definitely a hand in the air, though, from the Frenchman. Could be an intermittent problem with the BMW of Steinhausen. Let's have a look then off the line. We're riding with the series leaders, Roger Lovelock and Rick Lawrence. Ahead of us, the BMW world champion Tim Reeves. Is there a way through for Lovelock? No, he's done the sensible thing, tucked in, but he's been passed by Hegarty. Past went Hegarty and Lawson up to Druids. Lovelock's on the inside. Can he claim it back? No, he can't, because Hegarty's track craft is second to none. Let's take a look at that from Hegarty's perspective then. There's Lovelock and Lawrence tucking in front, so moving over to the left now, Hegarty. If I can't go on the inside, I'm going to go on the outside. And he does. Into 3rd place and holds it at Druids. Tim Reeves, Ashley Hawes out in the country now. 2nd place, Hegarty and Lawson. 3rd, Lovelock and Lawrence. Steinhausen still running strongly in 4th, ahead of Andy Peach and Charlie Richardson. Whatever it was with the German appears to have sorted itself out. Behind Peach, it's Ben Holland and Lee Watson, who came into this round in 3rd place, exactly 100 points adrift of the leaders. So the most they could do mathematically would be to level the score, but they would certainly lose out on numbers of wins because Lovelock and Lawrence have won 4 races. Peach, having a look now at Steinhausen, was not everything shipshape and Bristol fashion with that BMW, I can tell you, because it's not going as quickly as we've seen it go. Certainly not as well as it went at Silverstone. The same cannot be said, though, of Lovelock and Lawrence's Suzuki. The Driver Wolf team, the number 49 green outfit, know full well they are under no mistake what they have to do. We're riding with Steinhausen and Clues now, carrying Bill Base livery for the first time this season. Is that a sign of things to come, I wonder? Bill Base, as you know, run a full liveried BMW outfit in the hands of Ben Bygrave and Paul Napton. Now we've got a switch. We can see Steinhausen coming alongside Lovelock. The BMW has definitely regained its form. It's back up now behind Hegarty, so up into 3rd goes the German. 2nd place qualifier, started from the front row, Steinhausen. 2nd in the World Championship, runner-up to Tim Reeves. And we have a world-class entry here. It's been said that if the Eastern Airways British F1 Championship riders take the top 10, put them in a World Championship race, 6 of them would be from our British Championship. So that says everything for the standard of the riders. Peach and Richardson. Holland, there too is Scott Laurie, right behind Ben Holland, going alongside and through Scott Laurie and James Neve, passing Ben Holland and Lee Watson on what is fairly local track for them as well. They've not been without incident here at Brands, the yellow and black number 60 outfit. Last season, Lee Watson bailed out coming into Clearways, and this year they had another spin, but that does not detract from the hard riding. Steinhausen up to 2nd, through on the inside of Hegarty. Hegarty fighting back. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 outfits at Graham Hill Bend along the Cooper Straight. Lovelock and Lawrence don't want to get mixed up in any of this nasty business. They want to keep their noses clean and get points. Double points, I remind you, for this. So at the moment, they are sitting in a 4th place position. That will be there. Our Rupert Archer, our newcomer to the series, out of the running. So he's had a taste of Eastern Airways British F1 Championship action. I wonder what he thinks of it. Maybe I'll get to have a word with him at some stage. second, third, and fourth, the number 49 series leader. They are doing enough at this point, although Scott Lorry is closing. Scott Lorry now, the only outfit between Scott Lorry and Roger Lovelock is Andy Peach, the number 4 outfit. Looking at third, fourth, fifth, there's Peach, and Scott Lorry right with him. Look at the lead Tim Reeves has got. Scott Lorry going through on the inside of Peach. How determined is that? Fantastic move by the Kirkliston driver. So the Scotsman, and he made it stick as well. He went wide going into clearways as a result of that lunge, but he made it stick. So now it's game on. It's championship on. It's hang on to your hat time. The Driver Wolf team in the pits know full well that there is nothing now between these outfits. 42 points coming into this race, and it's still neck and neck. There is no one more calm and calculating than Roger Lovelock. He now is putting all his track experience to good use. He's staying with Hegarty. He's pulled out a gap now on Scott Lorry. So maybe Lovelock's thinking, if I can stay on the back of these, go with them, then Scott Lorry is not going to have a chance to get past me. But I don't know. Scott Lorry, you heard it from his own mouth, he's going to throw everything at it. Go like the clappers, or something to that effect, is what he said. Look at this. Lovelock just shadowing the rear end of Sean Hegarty, Callum Lawson. Little wiggle from the rear there. These Avon tyres have performed superbly throughout the 2012 Eastern Airways British F1 Sidecar Championship season. And certainly we will be running Avon rubber throughout 2013. The only other tyre company capable of producing sidecar tyres, Yokohama, are in the midst of a radial conversion program, so there aren't any Yokohamas available for racing until at the earliest 2014. So it's Avon, boys, whether you like it or not, and Avon have been very supportive. Meanwhile, the race is on. Look at Lorry. Lorry's gone through. He's gone hopelessly wide. Lovelock stayed tight. Scott Lorry doing everything to get ahead of the green outfit. Rick Lawrence, a quick glance over the shoulder. He will have seen all of that unfold. Second place man ahead of us, we're riding with third, Jörg Steinhausen and Greg Clues. This is the battle for second, because way out in front, Tim Reeves and Ashley Hawes, some 7 seconds clear at this point in the race. They're just disappearing now round Hawthorne ahead of us. And we're at Hawthorne with these guys now, along to Westfield. Westfield Bend, 5th gear. Round goes Steinhausen, round goes Hegarty, round goes Lovelock, down through Dingle Dell. Look at this move again, up to Druids. You can see Scott Lorry charging through, just no chance of stopping it, but at least he keeps it out of the beach. Lovelock's getting the hurry up now. He knows he has to, because Scott Lorry 72 is hunting. Hegarty on the inside. What a terrific race. 10 outfits again. Really fighting for second place, because that's the position that Jörg Steinhausen's in. Sean Hegarty wants that second place. What a class act he is as well. Oh, wow. Here we go. Hegarty throws Steinhausen a hand in the air. That problem has recurred. Whatever it was has come back to haunt them after such a terrific... Oh, out of the jet. That's Callum Lawson out of it. Hegarty's passenger has gone... Oh, mercifully, Hegarty did not throw it into the left-hander. Goodness me, it's all happening here. No sooner had they gone past the stricken Steinhausen and Druids than on the way down. Now let's have a look. Let's see if we can see what happened. Oh, Callum, you committed the cardinal sin. You took your left hand off. At one point there, he had no hands on anything. He missed the hand grip. Certainly seemed to miss the hand grip. Mercifully, he's okay. Thank goodness for that. He's going to take a breather, and so am I. We'll be back. Well, this is shaping up to be an absolute cracker. What a ding-dong first half of this race we've had. Meanwhile, Roger Lovelock and Rick Lawrence, championship leaders, are doing what they have to do. They're staying ahead of Scott Lorry and James Neve, number 72, because Andy Peach and Charlie Richardson are really having a great ride here. Andy Peach has been somewhat in the doldrums mid-season, but he's now finishing the 2012 championship very strongly indeed. The number 4 indicates his ranking within the Sidecar fraternity. That's where he is on a good day, but I can tell you today he's gone one better. He's in 3rd at the moment. So Andy Peach and Charlie Richardson on course here for a podium in the penultimate race in the 2012 series. Double points at stake. That will do his championship standing the world of good. In 2nd place then, with his bottom dragging the tarmac, Rick Lawrence holding down the sidecar wheel very effectively. You see what I mean about the left hand on that upright handle. That's where it stays firmly anchored for the entire race. They pivot round that handle from right to left. Scott Lorry, James Neve. Now, who is that hunting them down? Is that the recovering BMW again of Jörg Steinhausen? It certainly is. The number 39 outfit, whatever the intermittent fault was, it does certainly come and go, because when it's going quickly again. A point worth mentioning now, we are well into the race, and if Roger Lovelock and Rick Lawrence, number 49, stay 1 bike clear of Scott Lorry, and that's where they are at the moment, the championship is done and dusted, so they can go into the final race, our 2nd race today, with the pressure totally off. No one will know that more than Scott Lorry, so he's got to muscle his way past Andy Peach. That's what Scott Lorry has got to do, and he's got 1 lap to do it, because Tim Reeves and Ashley Hawes, race leaders, are well over the line. They are into their final lap, and these guys are as well. So Scott Lorry then has got this lap to do it. Andy Peach, desperate to get a podium. He'll be very happy to finish off the season with a podium, still with 1 race ahead of him. What's more, he's on for 32 championship points in this position. These guys, 49, will collect 40 championship points, and that will mean that Scott Lorry simply cannot pass them. It will be a done deal. The lead was 42 points coming into this race, and if they stay where they are the champions. Andy Peach, though, well, I hadn't reckoned on that possibility. If Andy Peach knocks them back a bit, I'd have to do the sums, but I haven't got time to do the sums. I just have to hope that Roger Lovelock and Rick Lawrence keep it on the island and stay where they are. 2nd place at the moment is going to be good enough. Where's Scott Lorry? Where has Scott Lorry gone? The Suzuki of Scott Lorry is missing. There it is. Hand in the air, James Neve, it's all over. They are out. Oh, what a way to finish the season. Scott Lorry then, he was so bullish before the race, his hopes were so high. The championship win almost detracts from a brilliant victory by Tim Reeves. The race is won, but so now is the championship. They don't know. Rick Lawrence does not know. He's looking for Scott Lorry. Yes, he knows now. Scott Lorry's not in it. Where's he gone? The body language. He's saying to Andy Peach, where's the body? Peachy and Richardson saying, boys, you've won it. Well done. And that's why Scott Lorry and James Neve, the bike has given up. The customary handstand from Rick Lawrence. One of these days, he's gonna fall out. I tell you, that is no mean feat. There's absolutely no room in there to do that. Wow, what a race, and there's still 1 to go. Confirmation, Reeves, Lovelock, Peach, 2nd place, the championship is won. Holland recovered well, Steinhausen limped home in 5th, Ricky Stevens, a career best for him. What a future that young man has got. Stuart Muldoon there with Phil Napton having an outing and finished 11th. Roger Body, Muldoon beat his father-in-law. That won't go down well in the kitchen tonight, I can tell you. Roger Lovelock, Rick Lawrence, I never thought I'd say this, but you smell like a barmaid's underwear.
That'd be nice if I could get that close to some. No, that was awesome out there. We got kind of picked on by the boys, but we kind of thought that was coming anyway, so it's been brilliant. That's been a tough season. We've cost ourselves some points out there as well as gained ourselves some points, and that was a tough race, so yeah, we're well chuffed.
Roger, it was looking a bit dodgy at the moment because Andy Peach was fighting, throwing a spanner in the works. Scott was on you, then you had a problem, but you came through 2nd second. What a result.
Well, yeah, I didn't realise it was Andy on our tail at the time. I knew Scott was up close because he came through at Druids and sort of overshot the corner. But no, I didn't realise it was Andy. But all we had to do was just keep, defensive all the time. And Sean went out with his passenger fell out, and I thought, yeah, if we can just hold on to second place, if Scott just finished behind us, that would even clinch the championship. But no, we're so pleased with all this. I mean, the effort we put into it is absolutely fantastic.
Tim Reeves, Ashley Hawes. Tim, the winning advantage, nearly 8 seconds. You were dominant in that one, and another big bag full of points.
Yeah, it was right, wasn't it? Yeah, I quite enjoyed it, to be honest. It's nice just to ride at Brands, but we've got to rush now and get the bike done. We've got another one in a couple of hours, so yeah, look forward to that now.
I think on paper you could get second in the championship.
Oh, I hadn't even thought about that, to be honest. We're only here for a bit of fun and didn't want to get involved in the championship, really. Obviously, Roger and Scott and Ben have been battling all year. It's a shame, really, that we have to take the points off them. It's a shame we couldn't just be here and enjoy the race and not have the points, really, because it's not a championship we've contested, and I would rather not have got involved in that, really. It's a shame because, them three have been battling all year, and it's a shame that we're going to get in there and mess it up for them, really.
Well, that's very sporting. Ashley, you enjoyed the race, though, apart from that?
Yeah, it's a superb race for us. Just pulled away from the start and just got our heads down and carried on all the way through to the end. Nice race. Good end to the season, really.
Well done.
Cheers.
Third place in that absolutely riveting race, and first visit to the podium in 2012. Why did you leave it to the last round, Andy?
Luck hasn't been on our side. Our fourth place is the best we've had this year, and every time we've been near the front we've had an issue. So, no, glad to be on the podium, to be fair.
You really were in the mix there for messing up the championship, and are you thinking about the guys around you and what the impact of maybe making a move would be?
Yes, to be fair, I probably could have had Roger on the last lap at the end of the back straight. I pulled out the slipstream, but I think there would have been contact, so I don't like anybody lose a championship like that.
Charlie, 10 laps round there, looks to be hard. Callum Lawson missed a handhold. Did you ever feel a bit wobbly at any time?
Not really, no. Because of the race we were in, I was concentrating too much on the people around us, so I didn't think about how I was feeling, really, just kept going.
Well, you can tell it's getting towards the end of the season, can't you? That was a cracking race, girls.
Our man didn't win, but we'll be back for more in race 2.
See you after the break.
Ta-da. Welcome to the grid for the final race of the 2012 championship. The title already decided. It's late in the day. I'm going to be walking this way because impossible to shoot into the sun. A best ever, Ricky Stevens, 6th, fantastic result, alongside Jörg Steinhausen on row 3. Spinning round then to row 2, 4th, Ben Holland, Lee Watson, they recovered brilliantly. Andy Peach and Charlie Richardson here, number 4 on the L&W bike, really put the cat among the pigeons in race 1, nearly turned the championship on its head. But going through to the front row, need I say more, the new 2012 Eastern Airways British Sidecar champions, Roger Lovelock and Rick Lawrence. On pole position again, our world champion, dominant this weekend, Tim Reeves. Well, Callum Lawson then fit to go again, and he actually said new Kevlar gloves were the reason that he missed the handhold, or rather his hand slipped off. He said he was on it, but the Kevlar gloves didn't grip. Tim Reeves, what a class act he is. You cannot take it away from the man. He is good round here. Lap record time in practice for pole position, for qualifying, won the race 1, and now he's out there again battling. Is he going to do the double here, Tim Reeves? Take away maximum points and all the prize money, we shall see. Ricky Stevens in 6th, what a great ride he had in race 1. Steinhausen up to 3rd. Champions, the new 2012 champions, Lovelock and Lawrence. Andy Peach having a look at Steinhausen. Kershaw in the middle of the pack there, and at the back, Rod Robinson. Riding with the new champions, Lovelock and Lawrence, and they're up the inside already. We've had 2 races in one day here. It is very, very late in this October afternoon, and the sun will cause no small problem, I can tell you. Look at that. Reeves and Hawes, Lovelock and Lawrence ahead of Steinhausen and Clues. So the new champions chasing the reigning and current world champion Tim Reeves, Ashley Hawes, not getting away quite so easily this time. Lovelock and Lawrence going with them. Then Steinhausen and Clues, Andy Peach and Charlie Richardson looking to double up on their podium situation. Third in race one, fourth in this one. Right with them, Ben Holland and Lee Watson staying close as well. They recovered to fourth in the first outing. Big things expected of Ben Holland and Lee Watson. He's been getting better and better and better. Up to second goes Steinhausen, relegating then Lovelock and Lawrence down to third, but they don't care. They've won the championship. What they want now, they're riding for fun, and they're riding for a bit of prize money, and why shouldn't they? Lovelock and Lawrence have been very entertaining and unbelievably consistent. Had a bit of a wobble mid-season when they went off the track a couple of times, but apart from that, they've been regular front runners. At the front then, it's Tim Reeves, Ashley Hawes, Jörg Steinhausen, Greg Clues. Had an intermittent electrical fault. That was the problem in race one that made the BMW constantly hiccup. It's all sorted now, you can see. And that BMW very fast. 190 brake horsepower out of the crate, and look how quick it is. It's alongside Reeves and going to overtake here. Steinhausen goes past Tim Reeves. Does he make it stick? Well, we're looking now at Sean Hegarty coming from the back. Scott Laurie and James Neve with them. Scott Laurie really pushing his way through the field here, got boxed in. Reeves is back ahead of Steinhausen, so briefly the German-French pairing led. These four then are really getting away. Scott Laurie had to come from the back of the grid. Has he made much progress? Well, he seems to be scrapping with Sean Hegarty because he too started right at the back. So those two having a work cut out, getting through a very fast field. We're riding with Hegarty now. Hegarty and Lawson. Lawson with a different pair of gloves on. That's Steve Kershaw and Rob Wilson ahead of us. The number 29 of Kershaw. And who have we got to come next under the Hegarty hammer? He's charging on. There's fourth place in the race, four on the bike. Fifth behind Holland and Watson, but they're third. The new champions, Lovelock and Lawrence. No, Tim Reeves is not having it all his own way, that is for sure. Steinhausen and Clues anxious to prove that when the BMW's on song, it is quick, and we know it's quick. It's a very fast motor indeed, and he'll certainly be staying with that for 2013. Out of Surtees and away now towards Hawthorne Bend, down Pilgrim's Drop, under the bridge. Steinhausen very quick in a straight line. Peach in fourth place going with them. It's a 12-wheeler and they're all extremely close. Steinhausen looking at Westfield. Into Dingledell. Hegarty then, who's ahead of Hegarty? That looks like Craig Chaplow and Pat Farrance. Number 73, Chaplow and Farrance being passed by the flying Hegarty on the 2009 Birchall Brothers World Championship bike, the number 33 of Hegarty. So you'd expect it to be a quick piece of kit, wouldn't you? First, second, third, the green outfit. Fourth, Peach, over the line they go. There's your top four, waiting for Holland and Lee Watson. There they are. They're in fifth place to back up a very solid fourth. Then it's Ricky Stevens. Then it's Johan Reutel. Now it's Hegarty. There's the Bill-based BMW. Chaplow, Edwards. Edwards and Lee Barrett having recovered from their spin. And again, the back end a bit loose going in to Paddock Hill Bend. At Druids, round they go. Chaplow and Farrance. Edwards and Barrett, number 6, the Kawasaki, the sole Kawasaki outfit, Scott Laurie and James Neve, and that is the significance of this shot, making their way through the pack, but the championship has gone. It eludes them. They'll have to come back in 2013 and try again. More significantly, if Scott Laurie doesn't better his performance, he's going to lose second place in the championship to the flying Tim Reeves and Ashley Hawes, who, as I said in my interview with them, they're in with a chance of taking it. Ricky Stevens and Ryan Charlwood Looking forward to 2013 to see how they go. Reuter Holt and Aki Alto going well, but there's your race leader. Tim Reeves, Ashley Hawes, right with them still. Jörg Steinhausen, the very dour, very straight-faced German, extremely focused and extremely determined. Lovelock and Lawrence capping off a fantastic runner-up spot in race 1, the championship, and it's going to be another podium for them. So they are looking strong, every bit the champions. Second place then, Steinhausen and Clues, and we're riding with Lovelock and Lawrence, watching the first two. First and second in the world, I remind you, these boys, ahead of him. So he's running at World Championship pace and some. Mercifully, Lovelock and Lawrence will confine their activities to Britain, so we will see them defending their title at all of the rounds next season. Their effort won't be diluted. That's Ricky Stevens, Ryan Charwood's hand up in the air there. A bit of a problem there. Hegarty going through. Hegarty and Lawson going past the number 100 of Stevens at Surtees, and out of Surtees away towards Pilgrim's Drop. Dingledell, Tim Reeves, Jörg Steinhausen right with him. 8 seconds the winning advantage in race 1. Nothing like that, more like 0.8 of a second at the moment between these two. I wonder where Scott Lorry is. No sign of Scott Lorry in the top 4 or 5 indeed. He's definitely making his progress through the field, but right now we are still with 3rd place. Championship done and dusted, no pressure, they're riding. I must be enjoying just what's going on in Roger Lovelock's helmet. What's he thinking? What a fantastic feeling. Here I am chasing the best 2 sidecar drivers and passengers in the world. And we're at Graham Hill Bend. Tight now, put the passenger over the curb, the wheel pops up, get the power on. Down goes the passenger's head. Ashley Hawes tucks down behind, making himself as small and as aerodynamic as possible. Stuart Muldoon and Phil Napton on John Lawson's outfit. That's the outfit that Barry James campaigned in the early part of the season. John Lawson, every bit the benefactor, trotted it out for Stuart Muldoon to have a ride. These 3 at the front now, easing away from the 4th place. Peach and Richardson dropping back just a little bit. But Tim Reeves has got this under control. He's looking really, really calm, despite the early race attentions of the German. Into clearways again they come. Start finish straight ahead of them. They'll get their heads down over here, about 138 miles an hour over the finish. Oh, Bill Bass BMW into the wall. Where is the driver? Passenger, well, one of the guys, oh, he's still in the outfit. So Paul Napton on his knees. So that is a bad, bad season end to the Bill Bass BMW. It's in the tyre wall that looked to be out in the country by Westfield. Could be wrong, but it looked like Westfield. And we have hands in the air. It looks like we could have a red flag here. It's a stoppage, and this will be a result. Hands are in the air. It must be as a result of the Bill Bass BMW, the number 74, going into the tyre wall. It looked to be at a very fast place, as I say. Yeah, red flag. We have a red flag. That'll be a result. That's a double victory then, and very likely second in the championship for Tim Reeves. I'll have to wait until the caption comes up to have that confirmed, but no doubt as to the race winner. Reeves, Steinhausen, Lovelock. No sign. Lorry way down there in 9th. Mark Edwards and Lee Barrett, well, after their race 1 crash, they competed on a bike put together with bits loaned from other people. Chaplow and Kershaw, their battle, terrific, terrific. Horsepole, he was good as well. Roger Body there, he was outside of the points. This is the 2012 championship winning bike, and these two are the champions, but Not content with that, another podium in race 2, just to show that they haven't taken their foot off the gas. Roger Lovelock, Rick Lawrence, we've said it all before, but what a season for you boys.
Oh, blinding. Yeah, absolutely fantastic. Yeah, it was a cracking race. I mean, we were sticking with the 2 front runners through most of it, and yeah, we're looking at our lap times as we came in. We got down in the 130s, and well impressed with that, and just goes to show that we can still stay on the pace after we, clinched the title, and really pleased with that. And it was an awesome race, brilliant.
Jörg Steinhausen is a man of few words, but when he does talk, he tends to talk sense. He said the top 6 from this championship could run at world-class pace.
Yeah, I've said it all season. We've had some great battles out there with Ben Holland, Scotty. They've kept us really in truth. They've kept us on our heels all year. They've been right up behind us, chasing us. It hasn't been easy. We've had to really put it in. I mean, today that second race was awesome. The guys in front, world champion, multi-time, weren't really getting away. I don't think he went as fast as he did in the first race, but we were chasing them. We weren't going to let them get away. So we were well chuffed with that. It was a great race.
Tim Reeves came here 4th. He goes home 2nd in the British to crown his World Championship win. Laurie 3rd. Holland drops to 4th. Steinhausen, Reuterholt, what a season he's had. Let's hope he comes back. Hegarty up to 8th, coming in at the midpoint of the season. The Bill-based BMW of Bygrave and Napton there on 91. John Clark, Ricky Stevens 15th. That youngster's got a bright, bright future. Muldoon there, 22nd. Well, he's 22nd as a passenger, 29th as a driver. Now, the interesting thing is that a lot of those riders only competed in half of the championship, but it's been a terrific year. Well, I've moved inside the warm because it is freezing now outside. That brings to a close our 2012 Eastern Airways British F1 Sidecar coverage. We're going to do it all again next year, 2013. I'm really looking forward to it already. Join us, please. It's going to be fun.